So, I don't know about the Go Seahawks thing. That's a little much for my taste, but, you know, we all have our teams. I wish I was Bruce Banner. I do have a incredible Hulk-like temper. You wouldn't think I do, but every now and then I do explode in a rage. What up, Rudy? Round Dice, Wolfie, Amber, what up? What up? Mason in Portland, a streaming chat legend. Now let's see if I can watch my AEW pay-per-view and stream at the same time. Kill two birds with one stone. But that might be chewing up too much Wi-Fi. I mean, I don't know if their defense sucks, man. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, those pipes are rumbling. I need some voiceover work. I bet you are. I bet you are. Don't be a spammer, Dick. You'll be out of here quicker than you came in. Hit the subscribe button, Dick. But I have a feeling your name's not Dick. Astra, we don't do that in here. You're gonna have to go to another stream for that. What up, Kip Smith, the best moderator in the business? Well, we got the trolls coming in early, that's for sure. But you know, trolls make the internet go round. High Five Protege, $1.99, incredible roast battle episode performance. For those of you wondering, I was on Roast Battles podcast this week. So go on the Roast Battle page and come aboard, come aboard. We got a lot of new people in here, I see. Phil. Ostra, don't be a spammer, please. Yes, please stop the spammers. I wish, Darian, I wish. I'm not the heir to any fortune. What did KB say about me? New Jersey Ranger 201. Earl, my boys said you'd be down to go on my show. Thank you. Anytime. I go on anyone's show. Yeah, what is that? I don't get what that is. Yes, I heard he did make a good speech today. I did not watch the Jets game, Sasha. Sorry. It is deep. Why did he say I'm an idiot? You know. Well, he is right. I've never been paid to go on MLC, yet he'll pay Hope Gutierrez. You send me the $10 first, Astra. Something about you tells me I don't trust you. Well, if you could only, I'd probably save MLK, to be honest with you. Would you rather? All right, that wasn't funny the first time. No. Boy, the freaks are out tonight. I'm an honest man, Astra. Oh my God, we're not doing the N-word towers in here. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's not even funny. Ostra, you're trolling. So mods, get rid of them, please. Yeah, there are a lot of trolls tonight. I mean, that is unfortunately the nature of the internet. So I don't think I did, J Rome. I don't. You got to pay me to say that. I don't say that for free. Um, so, what up, Josh? Well, I'd love to see what you look like, bro. You could probably make a train take a dirt road. Here's the great thing about trolls: none of them will ever have a better life than me. None of them. I see what you did there, Mr. Burtons. Yeah, show me the money, honey. All right, mods, get rid of Ostra. Get him out now. So, yes, raw meat eater. Pussy. Yes, I know. All right, well, the mods are a little slow tonight, so I'll just do it myself. Ostra, just know that you're out. Yeah, I don't think Ostra had any money to show honey. I don't know what you're talking about. What don't you care about? RME. We're going to call you RME. Thank you very much. I don't care if you don't care. So you're a lively bunch in here tonight. I'll say that. You know, this is a friendly stream. You know, we don't do the racial stuff or the number thing. We don't do that in here. There's plenty of streamers for you to go on that are not named Earl Skakel. I don't ask you guys much in here. Hit the like and subscribe button. That's all I ask. It's free to do that. And the trolls, I let the trolls in. And they show me nothing. But that's okay. It's all good. I still love you. My set last night at the Comedy Store was fantastico. So that was fun. I had to follow the great conspiracy theorist Sam Tripoli. And a good time was had by all. Got to see my good friend Sarah Tiana. And, you know, it was awesome. Buddhist priests in the house. These are Dita eyewear. These are not cabinets. It's my kitchen behind me. Yes. I'm not flexing, but I'm just saying, if you can't send $1 super chat, then you're not doing that well in life. I'm watching it right now as we speak. Well, I mean, Kings is a rookie game, so, but I don't get what that is. Saying that number, I've noticed that's the new thing. Um, I don't know. I had a lot of cool child toys, to be honest with you. My day's good, but Sam Tripoli gave me a great intro, which is like, you haven't sent me bucks in the first place to send me a couple more bucks. And that's the great thing about me. I don't care if you send me money. As you can see, I'm watching the AEW pay-per-view. I'll watch this one on my computer. My life is great, S. Dot. Like, I doubt you have a TV that big in your house, bitch. Vintage hardwood floors. You couldn't afford to clean these, let alone have them, bitch. Come on, trolls, hit me. Come on, show me something. So, what did I pay? I did pay them $50. I pay for my shit, you know. And yeah, what just happens to be 1 inch bigger than mine? How about your dick? Is it 10 and a half? Hey, the fuck out of here, Holmes. Yeah, well, that's why I need to come back to Kill Tony. But I'm not spending money to do Kill Tony. And to be honest with you, I haven't been asked, so there's that. Um, so, I mean, I would have first thing I would have said to Triple H is, "Hey, I loved your match against Warrior when Warrior squashed him in 25 seconds." Because Warrior was like, "I'm not jobbing to this guy, or I'm not having a good match with him. Fuck him." So I can appreciate that kind of insanity. Do you think Conor McGregor would be doing a stream to 39 people? I mean, they are doing it, whether you like Tony or not. Kill Tony is doing it. That's a fact, Jack. So, I know. Hey, Earl, do you want to come on? Yeah, sure. To do a minute? Yeah, no. So, yeah, I mean, I think Triple H, he was good for the time. I want to tell the world how great the trolls are. Oh man, you can do better than that, S. Vision. Let's check out your channel, S. Vision. Let's see how great in life you are doing. Eight years, 3 subscribers. You're killing it, bro. But see, I let you talk to me. No, he would not like the results. With the secrets I have on certain people on that show, it's just not to poke the bear, if you know what I'm saying. Estat, let's be friends. We got off on the wrong foot. Message held for review. These are always fun. Rebel the Uncanny. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not this. It's not like this is a Kill Tony stream where I'm shitting on people. But you know, I don't really care. Like I let the trolls troll. But then they get upset when I troll back. Not S. Vision, but like last night I was getting trolled. I was in a great mood, so I thought, okay, I'll fucking fire back at you guys, and then they get pissed. Are you still producing and selling? I don't even know what that means. Well, you lose your edge when you make the money. I mean, they do make money. I don't know what he makes, but when you're playing Madison Square Garden, like, when my ex-girlfriend was, we're just fucking around, S. Vision. That is a RoboCop figure in the back. Jesus Christ, good eye there. I have a nice condo. Is it a big house? I don't know. It depends what you live in. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy with what I have. I'll say that. You know, I mean, I don't understand some of the trolls who come in here. It's just like, dude, this is a great stream. Yeah, do I wish there were more people in here? Fuck yeah, I do. But are you trans? I'm not, Emma. You know what? Let's see your channel. Let's get a vibe for what Atma is. Let's just see the greatness of Atma. Not very great. I think, not really. See, that's what I'm talking about. You guys troll me, I troll them back, and I can't take a joke. You guys are sensitive in the stream. I would love to get a hold of some of you guys to do a roast battle in front of a live audience. You guys, Your balls would shrivel up the size of chickpeas. Um, well, thank you, V1, for telling me what I'm streaming for. Um, what up, John John? Um, I own an air fryer. Well, I don't, so you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game in life, my man. So, message hell for review. I doubt you could. Anyone who challenges me to a fist fight online, you know what? I'm at the Comedy Store every Saturday night. I close out the main room every Saturday night. Come by. We'll see how tough you are back then. Open challenge. Hi, Daddy. What up? What up? Great. You're fat. Great job. I don't. I don't really know enough about the situation, S dots, to be honest with you. Yes, you could come by. I'll meet you at the West Hollywood Dog Park. Are you a lineman? No. What's up? What's up? Julian or Julian? Everyone be cool. No one's going to meet me at the Comedy Store to fight. Okay, well, be number one. I don't really care if you're out. Leave. Um, I mean, I don't know if it's massive, but it's, you know, it's big enough to leave a smile on the girl's face. Put it that way. Yes. Well, Darian, if you don't like me or my stream, what are you still doing here, bro? No, I would not drop Saquon Barkley. Did he get hurt? Did Lemmy ever take showers? The trolls are out, but I'm playing with them. See, they don't like it when I play back. I do have a deep voice. Thank you very much. An actual compliment in the stream. Well, that's a little personal, Deport. Yeah, I mean, I'm just playing back. I mean, it's like a little, give and take. Hey, how are you, Earl? I'm all right, Kurt Pyro. I'm all right. Yeah, but everyone's going to have one bad game. I mean, 17 games, or is it 18 now? No one's going to fucking, um, play 18 great games or whatever it is. I think Vince Vaughn would have more than 48 people in his stream. So, I don't know what that is. Uh, I don't know what that is, Deport. Lemmy, um, he had some pretty bad BO, to be honest with you. But he had done so much speed and coke and everything that, what up, William Zoom, by the way, that he had really lost the ability to smell, which is crazy. Um, favorite hard rock, Pat Benatar. It's not even close. Um, yeah, we don't do the political statements in here. I did not. I invited Gino to the Comedy Store last night, and he texted me today at the 7 a.m. saying, "Sorry, bro, I fell asleep." And if anyone who knows me, you don't text daddy at 7 a.m. Let's run some good Mexican vitamins. That's a fact, Jack. I loved Edge mocking John Cena during his match. Yes, Gino Bisconte and I are, I'd say we're friends. I mean, we're not like best friends, but we're close enough to be good friends, potentially. But Tim Dillon's the GOAT. I don't know about that. The GOAT of what? Podcast? Probably the GOAT of Patreon. That's a fact, Jack. I've never met Pat Benatar or Neil. Yeah, Daddy don't get up early. Um, what up, Earl? Looking forward to seeing you on New Jersey Rangers stream. Yeah. No, Edge is back in. No, he's not back. He's in AEW. But He was wrestling FTR, and he did the John Cena thing. It was pretty funny. The Angels, unfortunately. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Kip. I did not know. I don't watch WWE, so I wouldn't know that. Um, I've heard of the Replacements. I mean, I've listened to them. I'm not really. I think they did a Kiss cover, if I'm not mistaken. But I wouldn't say I'm a fan. It's not that I'm not a fan. 100% New Jersey Ranger. What is your earliest memory of wrestling? Actually, I very much remember it. WWF, old school WWF. Moondog Maine. Yes, that is it. Was wrestling Chavo Guerrero. And Moondog Maine opened up a can of dog food and ate it. And this was not what they call in the business a gimmicked can. Um, yeah, I loved the Wendell Clark bit. I mean, probably very few American fans got the significance of that. I did not get the the wrestler. I guess I'm going to assume they're Toronto legends, the wrestlers, but I did not get that. Um, but I did not get that. Like probably most people didn't get the Wendell Clark thing. I mean, I got to give AEW this. They do pay-per-views very well. Um, See, Moondog Maine was like, he was just a like it looked like a smaller hillbilly Jim with blonde hair. He kind of looked like that serial killer, Glenn Allen Rogers. Oh, is that what that was from? See, I don't watch the Trailer Park Boys, so was, uh, uh, I was a little lost on that. Um, so, I think my favorite Kiss cover. I am a professional voiceover artist myself. Welcome to the stream, baby. I'm trying to think. My favorite Kiss cover. Man. I mean, there've been some good ones. I like the Mighty Mighty Bosstones, Detroit Rock City. Actually, they are friends with me. I just spoke with them. So, fail. Earl, what are the 10 best 70s movies in your esteemed opinion? I mean, 10 best might be a little much for this stream. But, oh, well, that's, I thought we were done with the trolls. But come on in, biggest. Come on in. I mean, I would say I don't know if they're the best, but my favorite movies from the 70s. I'll see if I can name 10. Nobody Cares If You're Back. Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds. Convoy. Big Wednesday. And I don't think many people are going to say this is one of the greatest movies of the 70s, but since it's my list, I'll do it. Roller Coaster. It's a real deep cut. Jaws. Star Wars. That's 6. I gotta go 4 more. North Dallas 40. One-on-one, so that's 8. 2 more. No, these are my favorites. Smokey and the Bandit. And The Gauntlet. I have a lot of good wrestling stories. Yeah. I mean, there's so many great movies. I'm just, those are 10. Like Roller Coaster, I don't think would be on many people's best movies of the 70s, but I fucking love that movie. Timothy Bottoms was so good as the bad guy in that. It was, well, RoboCop was 87, so that would not. I loved Timothy, Roller Coaster. Now, yeah, the special effects are a little hokey, to be honest with you, but that was, I believe, the first movie to be in Dolby Sound. So I remember going to the Man Bruin in Westwood. It was a big deal. And, so the roller coaster scenes, you literally felt like you were in a roller coaster. So now Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. That might be one of the. Yeah, I mean, there's a thousand. I don't know if you were asking me about like the general consensus 10 best movies of the 70s, but or my um, 10 best movies. Thoughts on John Barbados? He's the real deal. I'll tell you that much right now. Um, I mean, Convoy. I just love that movie, man. I mean, to me, as a kid and even as an early teenager, like I wanted to be Chris Christopherson. Um, oh, okay. Well, those. Well, I mean, even I'm saying I don't know if when I gave you that list, I'm not saying Roller Coaster is a better movie than The Godfather. I'm just saying I'd rather watch Roller Coaster. Where can I watch Roller Coaster again? Is that one of those things that's on like Tubi or something? 50 Best Lesbians. I mean, yeah, they're all great. Who? I mean, I'll go with Paula Poundstone. She's the goat. Um, and I mean, there's so many. Um, I mean, well, I guess Thief. Well, Warriors technically was a '70s movie. I think it was made in '79, but released in '80. Um, so I tell you what, the movie I kind of like. You bring up Steve McQueen is kind of the Rutger Hauer movie, Wanted Dead or Alive, which was kind of a sequel to the Steve McQueen movie. Um, I mean, they never really. Yes. Oh, I grew up in Bel Air. Bel Air. You, Brody, and my profile pic on Danish O'Neill was A+. That's a fact, Jack. The good old days, Danish O'Neill. I don't know what happened with those guys, but I get it. You work long with someone in this business, you're going to grow apart. It's just the way the business is made. You get different goals, and I don't know what was the case in their particular situation, but um, I mean that podcast they did was a lot of work, and not a lot of money. So I don't know if that factored into it. I know myself now. I don't do many comedy gigs outside the Comedy Store because no one wants to pay people. It's like, hey, Earl, we think you're great. Do you want to headline our show in San Diego? Well, how much does it cost? Or how much does it pay? Oh, $50. Okay, cool. I had a guy ask me to drive to Ventura for $25. He's like, dude, I'm such a fan of yours. I'd be honored if you closed out my show. $25 barely gets me to the 405. So I don't think so, Jump and Slash. Uh, they fell. I mean, I honestly, a lot of people think because I'm friends with both, I'm covering. I really don't know what was wrong or what, I mean, I speak to O'Neill more than I speak to Jeff just because Jeff moved away. So thank you. Lois is doing okay. She's not out of the woods. But my friend of mine who works at the grooming place where Lois goes to, she just had to put her dog down and she gave me her dog's CBD oil, and it did kind of work on Lois. It kind of conked her out. So, fingers crossed. What up, CC Motion? Birthday was good. I just went to dinner with a friend. Nothing crazy. My brothers and sisters all called me. Uh, wasn't it Clint Eastwood and Clyde the orangutan? B.J. McKay, and this is my best friend pair. I'm off to Dallas. Who's providing my palace? New dreams and women too. B.J. McKay, and this is his best friend, Bear. How many people know the words to that song on a stream? Yeah, life's good. I mean, could always be better, could be worse. I mean, last night I'm at the world famous Comedy Store. Yeah, R.I.P. Robert Redford, R.I.P. Bernie Perrant, legendary Philadelphia Flyers goalie. R.I.P. Eddie Jockman, legendary New York Rangers goalie. Um, another goalie died. Ken Dryden, one of the greats. I mean, 6 Stanley Cups in 8 years. Well, I was not chasing girls when BJ and the Bear was on. What up, Nelson? Yes, we are at the 30-minute mark. We'll do another 30 minutes. I don't do the grift streams. Even on my birthday, it wasn't really a grift stream per se. But, I just do an hour stream. And, yeah, well, I mean, you people think that Roast Battle was mean or Kill Tony's mean. I mean, Danish and O'Neill, when they hosted Potluck, even Hinchcliffe was afraid of them. He wouldn't admit that now, but trust me, he was. We all were. I mean, they were brutal. They would bring up a comic and be like, hey, if you like shitty comedy, you're going to love this next act. Like, it was wild. So, what up, Stepwood Donkey? There are some creative names in my stream. That's a fact, Jack. I don't know who that is on Band Josh Denny, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say no. What up, Crunch? Yeah, Steph Tolov is a monster. I've had to follow her before. It's no easy task. Well, they had great chemistry. They just, and that's why we got along so well. We had great chemistry, the three of us. We just got along. Um, so, yeah, I don't know who that is, to be honest. I am 57 years old, Crunch. I did not. I did not. What up, D. Bapto? I did not like Bryce. Sorry. I don't know if that disappoints you or makes you happy. I vote for Trump every day in my heart. I'm 35. Good for you. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Welcome aboard. The mid 30s. I would kill to be 35 again. But that's also because I know what I know now. You never know what you know now back then. You know what I'm saying? But I remember once in 1988, I was playing hockey and I got into a fight with this old dude. He was probably in his late 30s. And I was like, fuck you, old man. He's like, dude, you're going to be my age someday too, bitch. And I'm like, he got me there. Oh, well, cool. I'm September 17th. John Little. He's a good guy. He just kind of, comedy's tough, man. He was a very funny guy. Funny enough to make it, whatever making it means. But, he just kind of quit, I guess. I mean, let me see. I mean, I want to do both, to be honest with you, but I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can have integrity in this business and sell out arenas because, selling out arenas does, you got to play to the masses. You got to fill a 20,000 seat arena. So you got to sell out a little bit. But, all right, we don't do the all caps in here, Patriot Graham. I mean, I'm pretty healthy, no, knock on wood, no major health scares yet. But I also take really good care of myself. And Bill Hicks was not the man to me. I never really liked him. What is your biggest show? I would say being the voice of the father on Tyler, the Creator's The Jellies. That would be probably, to be honest with you, my biggest thing. And then Roast Battle. Yeah, but see, I don't have a problem with Rife. I mean, Rife worked his ass off. I mean, Rife literally was, couldn't get work in this town. And then he just put out crowd work video after crowd work video after crowd work video. One popped, and I don't hate on that. I mean, that's what I'm doing with this stream. I'm putting stream out after stream out after stream out. Hopefully one pops, and one day we have 1,000 people in here instead of 35. So, so I don't mind that. And, listen, whether you like Tony or not, I mean, I was on some of the first Kill Tonys at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room. There's maybe 30 people in the room. And if you were said to me, Earl, in 3 years, 4 years, whatever it was, this show will be at Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row. I'll be like, you're fucking nuts. So I don't mind hard work. You don't have to like the person doing it, but um, so oh, I didn't. I don't like I said, dude. I don't watch other people's comedy, so um, yeah, 100%. That's a fact, Jack. What were we talking about when we have 59 people in here, William? Who's your favorite comedian of all time? I'll go with Don Rickles. Yeah, but you never, like if I'm 57, I look back at the first 57 years of my life and think, damn, I wish I started comedy at 20. But I didn't. So here we are. You should be in the movies, Earl. Do you go to many auditions or are you just not feeling it? I do a lot of voiceover auditions, many more of those than movie auditions. I mean, I disagree with you there, beloved chatter, but I'm not a comedy consumer. I'm a comic. So, oh, I get it. Lois, not exactly feeling better, to be completely honest, but, um, well, thank you, Nelson. I love Andy Kindler. I was on a TV show with him, I'm Dying Up Here, so it's pretty cool. Um, but, she's not like, I put it this way 2 days ago at 4 in the morning, I was getting ready to call Gail and saying, hey, it's time to say goodbye. And then, we went to bed. She stayed in bed with me the whole night. She never does that. And then I woke up to take her for a walk, and her tail was wagging. So, just I think, unfortunately, for the rest of her time here on Earth, it's going to be a good day, bad day. So, yes, that would be correct. But I also like the Ultimate Warrior. Oh, it's all good. I mean, she is 15, so it's like I knew this day would come eventually, but um, just try and be the best dog dad I can. And Gail is being a great dog mom, and um, just just the way it is, I guess. Oh, okay. I mean, I thought about going to some autograph conventions where he's at, but the lines are way too long, man. It's like hundreds of people. I'm not waiting in line. If I was with Russell Peters, maybe we could cut the line. Um, I don't know who Mark Harley is. Um, Trolls are basically people who, yeah, we don't do the ban Susie. Get Susie out of here, please. The next Strother Martin. That's a compliment. I like Strother Martin. And maybe if they remake Slapshot, I could be that guy. Um, so, well, you picked the wrong stream, Crunch, to search for a good friend in here. But welcome aboard. Hit the like and subscribe button, will you? Wasn't he the guy in Slapshot, the cheap owner? Um, yeah, we don't talk about the NAACP in here. Yeah, we got the old folks in the house. Well, I can't say Crunch, but you're definitely in the wrong stream to find a good friend. And this is probably one of the better streams, and it's still not a good stream to find a good friend. So, welcome aboard, guys. We're at the 40-minute mark. We'll go another 20 minutes, and then I'm going to watch the rest of AEW All Out Toronto. I forget what match I left off at, but there's a lot of good returns. I mean, Adam Copeland's wife, Beth Phoenix, made an appearance. Jungle Boy Jack Perry is back. Eddie Kingston is back, and it was a good old pay-per-view. The GM. He was the GM, I guess. Yeah, you're right. The woman was the owner. That bitch. I'm just kidding. Um, oh, were there botches galore? Well, don't spoil anything for me. Um, I mean, I make the world happen. That's a fact, Jack. Well, I don't know about screw the NWACP, but I don't need to be spammed in here by some cunt in all caps. You don't think Tom Arnold would have more than 34 people in here? Velvet. Are the trolls coming back in? Come on in, trolls. We welcome you all. Come on, come on. We love the trolls. Um, and thank you to the mods for being quick. See ya, Rebel. Always a pleasure to have you in the stream. Um, you know, well, I don't know. Accept money? Do I accept money? Yeah, I accept money. Um, well, I don't see $100 in my super chat, so you are lying. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Slapshot went pretty hard. Um, I know. Well, Crunch, there you go. We're chatting about everything and nothing at the same time. I didn't like Pat Cooper. He was just too angry for me. It's like, bro, you're on Howard Stern. Howard Stern is propping you up to a crowd you would never be in front of. Enough with the yelling. Age of Quarrel, $10. Money for Earl. Money, honey. Thank you, Age of Quarrel. A streaming legend. That's a fact, Jack. Yeah, it depends what you want to do. So Slapshot is a great movie in part because it's true. I mean, that's how minor league hockey was like in the 70s. Um, and that's why North Dallas 40 to me is such a great football movie because that is what pro football was like in the 70s. You got a concussion? Too bad. Pill up. Take the shot and get in there, or there's 10 people behind you who will pill up. I'm a stand-up comic, Crunch. Thank you very much for asking. But Slapshot, and top football movie ever, North Dallas 40. I don't even think it's even close. And I think second would be The Longest Yard, the original Longest Yard. But that's not really a football movie. That's a movie about power, and football is the background. Whereas North Dallas 40 is more about the brutality of pro football. I get being bitter and angry, but um, you might say I'm like a modern day version of Pat Cooper with how I, don't let go of, say, roast battle. What up, ACDC? I would always see the big guy, Andrew Brzezarski, I think is his name. He played the roided out guy. I'd see him either at Sunset Oil, which is my gas station I go to late night, or I'd see him at Motorhead shows, and he'd always ask me for Coke. Um, Radio was a good movie. I mean, Cuba Gooding Jr., he's a maniac, but, he's a good actor. I think you're 0 for 1, Nelson, to be honest with you. I give everyone 0 for 3. Nice guy, though, and big dude. But I think he was a rock and roller. Like, I'd always see him at Motorhead shows for whatever reason. Sadly, a guy like Andrew, he gets a little older, gets a little smaller, and he can't play a college athlete anymore when he's in his mid-30s. So he's just replaced by the next guy. It's like in the '80s where they always had the fat black guy in the football comedy movies, but it was never the same guy because a couple of years later they get skinny or they get taller or whatever. It's like the original. It's actually Skakel, Nelson, not Shakel. I didn't see the K. Trevor Wilson question. Let me go back. I'm a man of my word. I didn't see. Oh, would you ever battle K. Trevor Wilson? I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't see that. Not really, because there's really nothing to gain. Like, I beat him pretty badly, and he's great. Like, we're friends. But when you beat someone that bad, and if you go back and watch that battle, it was a knockout win. Um, you know, there's nothing to gain by me because if I beat him and he does a little better than he did the first time, then it's like, well, maybe Earl wasn't that good in the first battle. He just got lucky. And then if we're close, it's like, well, Earl's not that good. There's it's a no-win situation for me. So, um, yeah. Well, you look at the first catcher from the Bad News Bears, Engelbert. He got fired from the sequel because he got taller and lost weight. That I was the guy who threw up in the porta potty. Um, do you think Jimmy Kimmel got screwed? Yeah, I mean it's freedom of speech, man. I got to be honest with you. I thought the joke was funny. Trump is in the fourth stage of grief, construction. That's funny. Um, got to a fitness crunch. Rudy was crap. He was in the Love Guru. I was not in the Love Guru. All right, see ya, Nelson. Uh, yeah, no, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like if I were to ask Sarah Tiana for a rematch, why would she give me a rematch? She's already beaten me. So, it's the same thing. It's like, why would I give Jimmy Carr a rematch? Why would I give Jesse Joyce a rematch? God, I beat a lot of people. Still never saw the show again. Why would I give, Olivia a rematch? Why would I give Jesse Joyce a rematch? There's nothing to prove. So my prescription is bad vision. Jimmy Kimmel voted for me twice in roast battle, so I got no problem with Jimmy Kimmel. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't think the joke was that bad. I've heard a lot worse on both sides. It just scares me that Roast Battle Ace. I was on the television show Roast Battle. It's like you guys know I'm trying to get on the show Gutfeld. I would dearly love to be on the show Gutfeld. And what happens is, say, in 2028, Gavin Newsom becomes president, which I believe is going to happen. And believe me, I'm not hoping for that. But, and Gutfeld starts going in on him. And he's like, okay, well, let's pull their license. And then Gutfeld goes away. So it's LA. Yes, LA is on the decline. Huh? I mean, Um, well, listen, but it's still, I mean, ACDC's right. A company, you don't like your employees' words, you can fire them. I just think that um, you're opening up a real can of worms now for like anyone can be fired for, I don't know. I just don't think it's a good precedent. And I don't even watch the show, to be honest with you, so it doesn't affect my life at all. Um, so. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's Wally's. Not really. Damn, that's a deep reference. Um, so it's just because then, who's next? And it could happen to a Republican show. Not that, I mean, Kimmel's is basically a Democratic show at this point. But if you get someone in 2028 who doesn't like, um, certain shows that lean to the right, watch your P's and Q's. Hey, that's pretty funny, Rob Mack. That's funny. I'll give you that. Is that an original Rob Mack joke? So if I tell that on stage, will I get in trouble? Great. I'm stealing jokes from chat rooms now. That's when I've lost it. Um, well, that's pretty funny too, I guess. Um, well, I mean, I would say Gutfeld absolutely leans to the right. I would say the Jimmy Paella guy. I mean, they're mostly on Fox News, to be honest with you. I agree with you there, William. I'm just saying, though, once a Democrat gets in charge, the few shows that lean to the right, watch out. Because they're going to want, um, even though it's, what, almost 3 years, 2 and a half years from now, they're going to want revenge. Politics, has a long memory. Um, well, that's interesting, Wyatt. Thank you for coming in with your knowledge. I appreciate that. What I would also appreciate is in the next 10 minutes, the few people who haven't done it, hit the like and subscribe button. Um, well, I mean, YouTube is really, I mean, if you ask some comics now, they'd almost rather have their special on YouTube than Netflix. Um, Wyatt, we don't do that. You're going to have to go to the Kevin Brennan MLC show, or Ray DeVito, or Mersh. We don't do that in here. This is a nice, we cap the viewers at 40 people because I want to give everyone their individual attention. Um, so please, let's save the potty talk for some other show. I agree with Uso there. Uh, I don't know, Wayne. I don't know. You seem to know a lot about Chris Hansen. I'm sure you've met him. Oh, Ari Shafir, right there. You don't think Ari Shafir could have gotten his show on Netflix? Come on, man. But you make more money on YouTube. But, very few comics are going to draw like Ari. I mean, Ari's videos get millions of views. So for him to put out a special where I think he was basically like, pay what you want. You want to pay me $5? Super chat or super thank me $5 or super chat me $100. Favorite Rat song. I gotta be honest with you, I love giving yourself away. Um, but I mean, he asked me name one. I mean, YouTube has a bigger audience. And I've known recent people who have um, gotten specials on Netflix and they just come and go. Uh, well, I'm unfamiliar with that story, to be honest with you. But, you know, you want me to say that word? You got to pay me, baby. Um, no, I was too mad I wasn't in it. I mean, on the Comedy Store documentary, I absolutely should have been in the roast battle portion of it. Absolutely. Because I helped start the show. So, I am much more of a comedy short comic than Annie Letterman. I mean, like, I love Annie, but like, you it's Mike Binder, so that's no surprise. Um, yeah, I mean, if Ari would have done that to me, I would have killed him. If anyone would have done that to me, I would have leaped over. I would have pushed Rogan out of the way, and Ari Shafir would have about 3 broken jaws. Oh, I don't know about that, unbanned Josh Denny. I think you might have just hit your head. I think a boulder just hit your head to say that. But I like Annie. I mean, she was a pain in the ass when she did Inappropriate Earl. She had me take out like 8 things. I'm like, Annie, it's only a 50-minute interview. This interview is going to sound like we're speaking Chinese with all this stuff being taken out. But she works hard. She's kind of going after the Whitney Cummings business model, network your way in, and she's networked her way into a lot of places. I love Ricky Gervais. He don't fuck around. Perry Caravello sucks. And then I see he has 1,000 people in the stream. It's like that's so mind blowing to me. And making good money too. Like that is just like, wow. I mean, I mean, the comedy scene is very interesting. That's for sure. Where is Kate Quigley? Oh boy, there we go. Trolls coming in. Come on in. Come on in. I haven't seen Kate in a few years. I think she more or less took. I don't know if she quit comedy, but she doesn't do it a lot anymore. But Kate, I liked Kate. I got along with her, but she wasn't well liked amongst other comics because she was kind of seen as a grifter, to use a Dabbleverse term. How does Bert Kreischer even exist? Listen, he's like Kiss. Is he the greatest comic of all time? I don't know, but like he sells it. He sells it like he is. Um, I mean, I just don't find Perry funny at all, and I don't think Tom Brennan like the only reason Perry was funny in the first place was because of Don Barris and Mole. Like that's the only reason. So I watched a little bit of the stream. I was like, let's see if Perry's evolved at all, and it just wasn't funny at all. I mean, I never found it that funny to begin with, but like, my God. We'll go 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. Jim Norton's awesome. Um, Mike David, the guy, that's a deep, deep, deep LA comedy cut, Mike David. Um, are you going after Jimmy Kimmel's old job? I would love to, but I think there's probably about 10,000 people ahead of me. Um, yeah, you probably saw Rob Schneider, Dana Carvey, Larry Bubbles Brown. I mean, some of the greats came out of the Frisco comedy scene. It's kind of like the music scene, like in the 70s and 80s. You had the Tubes, you had Journey, some great, Starship, not Joan Jett, but Grace Slick. So I'm a big Jim Norton fan. He's a good man. We'll go 5 more minutes, guys. We'll go 5 more minutes. Steve Harvey already replaced Jimmy. Yeah, probably. That's probably where they're gonna go. I don't, Wyatt. Wyatt, you seem to be going for the shock value humor, but that's relatively funny. So I'll cut you a break there. Yeah, Schultz is very funny. Um, William Zoom, he really does know everything. Jim Norton is awesome. Yes, maybe you could get a gig on Spit and Chicklets. I mean, that would be nice. I mean, I did a show once at the Comedy Store. I was in the original room, and there's probably about 30 people in there. And to my right, stage right, I see Biz Nasty in there with a hot chick, and he finally just raises his hand and goes, "Hey, bro, you're really funny, but I gotta fuck this girl. So get to your closer." Um, yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing when I said about YouTube and versus Netflix is I just think there's more exposure on YouTube. I mean, most comics would rather have a viral video hit on YouTube than go on the Tonight Show now. It's just the business model's changed. Um, so, 100%. No one comes close to Don Rickles. I mean, Greg Giraldo, but Don Rickles is still the GOAT. Um, he just is. Especially given the time that he was doing it. Like his album Live from the Sands in '68. I mean, I think it's only like 39 minutes. I think it's the best comedy album ever. So it's just like, and once again, the material today would be kind of boring, but in '68, to say to the guy in the back, to the Negro gentleman in the back, have a nice summer. Now that's probably I don't think that's that funny, but this is right in the middle of the Watts riots. It just, no one was doing that kind of humor back then. Um, so I just liked Rickles better than Joan Rivers for some reason. But have you met Zach? I met him at Brody's memorial at the Comedy Store. Just fist bumped each other. I wouldn't say we met actually. Just Biz and Wit would have you on the podcast. We'll make it happen. I mean, Biz knows who I am. I mean, I went on Sean Avery's podcast. We killed it, man. Because I'm such a hockey fan that, I have so many great stories of when I first got into hockey. And, I was at the Miracle on Ice, the Miracle on Manchester. I was at the Rangers Kings Wild playoff game. So, Ralphie May, I loved Ralphie. I can't believe a guy who was 600 pounds died of a heart attack. Who? No, he did not talk about Alicia Cuthbert. See, I know the reference. You're not going to fool me. Um, but me and Sean just, I got him a few spots at the Comedy Store on outside produced shows. He didn't really have a lot of jokes, but he had great stories. Yeah, well, Ralphie was told something different than what was actually going to happen. You know, they put him in a bracket against Mike Lawrence, who's legit autistic. So Mike wasn't just going to have a divorce joke. He's going to have a divorce joke that weaved into a fat joke that weaved out of the fat joke into another divorce joke. And you know, Ralphie was just, you know, that's on Jeff, man. That's another reason I think he's a piece of shit. You know, you have your 600-pound friend who's going through a brutal divorce, who's not a roast comic at all. You know, there's a difference between being a shit talker and a roast comic. Ralphie was not a roast comic, and Jeff knew that. Hey, what a great idea. I'll have someone on the show fatter than me. So, yeah, I mean, I'd go on Portnoy's thing. Have you and Tom Green? Yeah, he's a big Ottawa Senators guy. So, yeah, Mitch Fattel, my buddy Gary Cannon used to open for him. All right, guys, we've had a good stream. We'll stream again tomorrow. If you're new to the stream, I would appreciate hitting the like and subscribe button. My name is Earl Skakel, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this stream as much as I did. Thank you to the trolls for coming in early. Thank you to the long timers, ACDC, Hi-Fi Protege, SCVID Show. Thank you to the moderators, William Zoom, Jess Jenna, and Jenna777, not Jess Jenna. Thank you to Steve Parley, Kip Smith. You guys, thank you to Unbanned Josh Denny. I mean, we've got some real all-timers in here. Earl Skakel, over and out.